Okay, I guess that's my cue, huh? All right. Listen, good morning, everybody. It's Monday. Let's fire this up. Let's rev it up. Let's get some energy going. You are officially now in luck because you are cruising with the case handler, a show by attorneys for you, letting us know who we are and what we do, and most importantly, I guess, how we do it. My name is Adam Handler. I am your case handler. I'm the longest running attorney on this radio station, having been broadcasting to you folks on 93.5 FM since September of 2005. Happy to do it, blessed to do it. You folks are the community that has embraced me. I hope that I've done everything in my power to feel like, to let you, make you feel like I've embraced you back. And we will continue fighting the good fight, fighting for the underdog, fighting for the immigrant community, and make sure that you know that there are attorneys out there that really do care and do it differently. We do this show every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m., sometimes a little earlier, sometimes maybe a little later. We also stream on Facebook and Instagram, so if you can safely do so now or do so later, I really do ask you to do your boy here a favor and check out the case handler on Instagram. Check out the case handler on Facebook. Check out PPID on Facebook and Instagram. See what we're all about. And give us a call if you need us. Our phone number is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, 844-PPID-LAW. PPID, of course, is the initials of our law firm, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. We always joke around saying, are you down with PPID? And I guess at this point, you can tell us whether you're down with PPID or not by having that number saved. Dial it, let it ring a few times. If you got an immigration question, we're happy to answer that for you. We're still doing, for a probably very limited time left, those free immigration consultations.
Yep.
So if you got that question and you want that immigration question answered for free, or to speak with an immigration attorney for that initial short conversation for free, you call that phone number. To sit in your car, sit in your home, or to sit in the dollar van right now and not know where you stand and where your family stands with respect to your place in this country is ridiculous, because we can let you know exactly what we can do for you. We can let you know how we can change your family's legacy for generations to come. But all you got to do is dial that phone number, 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. Squeeze, good morning, my friend. Wagwan King.
What's up, Adam Handler? What's up, Case Handler? What's up, Nelson Madrid? What's up, Conrad Pollack, respectively, personal injury, immigration. What's up with the attorneys today? Y'all good on this wonderful, beautiful Monday?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right. It is what it is, Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Cruising with a Case Handler, a show that is named after a man. Why? Because he has proven himself to this community in the area of personal injury. And also, of course, with his partners, they have added immigration. But remember, nothing lasts forever. I've said it so many times, I can't even say it anymore. So remember to reach out to the firm. Their number is 844-774-3529. Attorneys that will help you at a full-service law firm. 844-774-3529. But I tell you what I'm going to do today. I'm going to let Nelson jump off the show. All right? In real form. Nelson, how was your weekend, man? What do you have to say about anything? I don't care what it is. What do you have to say?
Weekend was good. Actually, I'd like to start off. I had a consultation with a listener, I believe on Wednesday of last week. And I think it's important to touch upon this. Anytime someone is in removal proceedings, and your application for relief, typically cancellation of removal, certain waivers is granted by a judge, that's a one-shot deal, and it's important to say that because many times the judges, I make sure to tell my clients, but the judges also make sure to stress, if you get arrested again, game over, you know? So those people in proceedings who, ultimately get a favorable exercise of discretion, don't get yourself rearrested. As I told the client who I met with, Johnny Cochran can come back from the grave and not help you. It's over. You're done. There's, they don't want to hear it's not your fault. You were at the wrong place at the wrong time. You pled guilty. It's over. As far as immigration is concerned, again, you were given a second opportunity. You obviously did not make the most of that second opportunity. And it's a wrap, So
Right.
I think it's important to mention that because I'm not sure people understand the seriousness of this. But, good luck.
Absolutely. Just like how people don't understand the seriousness of selecting the right attorney, choosing their weapons carefully, going with someone that is cheap. That's exactly what you're going to get, cheap. All right. It's your funeral, not mine. All I can tell you is that I can bring you to the water, but I will not force you to drink. I can't. So reach out to the firm, ladies and gentlemen. You just heard Nelson Madrid, aka the Maverick, speak on immigration as to what he believes in certain capacity. So make sure you make that call to the firm, 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPIDLAW. Let's kick it over to the managing partner, Conrad Pollack, the architect, the man who has made this all happen. What do you have to say on this beautiful Monday morning, Conrad?
Well, good morning, everybody. Actually, I was just got a notification on my phone that big cargo ship that was blocking the Suez Canal, and it was going to result in people running out of toilet paper and all kinds of other important stuff. They just freed it. The cargo ship has just been freed.
Yeah, it's finally
freed. They were waiting on high tide and some tugboats and so on. They just got it unclogged. So just now, just got moved out of there, which is kind of interesting. I thought it was a very interesting thing that was going on there. And that they say that ship, I mean, we're not talking about like some boat here. This ship was as long as the Empire State Building is tall. That's how big this thing was. So it's fascinating that something that big, it's just, I find that stuff fascinating.
So many jokes right now we can make.
Yeah, I know, a lot of memes.
There's so many memes about it. Yeah. There are many memes.
Other than that, in terms of immigration, there's not a lot of new stuff going on in terms of changes in the law, administrative policies. The focus right now, and deliberately so by the right-wing media and Fox, that's all they have to talk about is what's going on at the border. And the administration's response to it, which that's what they're dealing with right now. Unfortunately, it's the one thing that the right now has to get on Biden's case about, because they can't complain about how the rollout of the vaccine, because he's done a great job. I think he's got like a 70% approval rating in terms of how he's handled the COVID crisis. He's got a 60% approval rating in terms of how he's handling the economy. So the right has nothing that they can use as a weapon to drag him down except the border. So that if you turn on Fox right now, I will bet you, all right, any amount of money right now, you turn it on, I guarantee you they got pictures of these kids in their rooms, overcrowding, or people climbing the fences, or guys, staging to come across the river.
You're wrong. It's all about Antifa attacks.
Well, my bad. My bad. Although Antifa attacks, that's old news, man. That's from last year.
And AOC and Kamala Harris.
No, I said TV.
Okay.
Right? Fox News, Fox TV. Right. I promise you, that's because every time I turn on Fox, and I do, or OAN, or what's the other one, Newsmax, that's all they're talking about. The border. Why? Because that's all they've got. They've got no other ammunition to use against Biden, because Biden is otherwise doing a pretty good job. And even with the border, the change in policies certainly has had an effect in terms of increasing the flow, but the flow every year increases when the weather gets nice in the spring. Every year this stuff happens. Plus the previous administration, I almost mentioned his name. I made a vow, I've not mentioned his name again. Previous administration, Nelson, you'll back me up here, hollowed out the asylum process. I mean, there is no more asylum process after they left. They fired they got rid of everybody that was in favor, that was pro-immigration, and basically just destroyed the system. So, Biden unfortunately inherited a pretty bad problem. Just like the previous administration used to claim, with regard to the pandemic, oh well, Obama left the cupboard bare. There were no masks, and there was no money, there was no nothing. So it's his fault. It works both ways. But the fact is, Biden, I mean, hey, I've gotten my second shot already. Adam, you've gotten your second shot already.
Correct.
Nelson, I think you're on your way, right? Or did you?
Yeah, Friday.
So, I mean, and this is all, how fast was it? It's not even 100 days yet. This guy's been in office, so.
What about me? I didn't get my shot. I got my shot.
You got your first.
Second. I'm on to my second one also. What am I, chopped liver over here?
I wasn't aware. But my point is, we're still in the first 100 days of this administration, and look at all the stuff that's happened already. I try not to think this way, but it makes you think, if we had like a normal president the last couple of years, how different things might have been. There was something there was a program special on CNN last night about the pandemic and how it was handled. And they had the doctors on, they had Fauci on, they had Birx on, they had all these people on, and they didn't have a gun to their head from the previous administration, trying to toe the company line. And what did they say? Birx herself said, yeah, okay, the first wave, we lost 100,000 people, not much you could do about that. But the next 400,000, a lot of those lives could have been saved if we had a normal person running the show.
Conrad, a blind person could actually see that, Biden has done a whole lot, since he got in office. I mean, even the Republicans know that. He has genuinely done that. And also just the way he appeals to the general public, both Republicans and Democrats. It's all about unity. It's all about putting us back on the platform of the world to understand that we can be respected, because of what it is that we are as Americans.
He's got 60 or 70% approval ratings, and that's including Republicans.
Yep, exactly.
The only ones that are not approving of him are the Republican congressmen and the Republican senators. But they're not following what their constituents want. That bill, that $1.9 trillion stimulus bill that didn't get one Republican backer, it has over 70% approval rating in the country, and that's including Republicans.
Yep.
Do you know what I find comical, by the way? A winter storm hits Texas, and the governor basically flees to Cancun, but he's taking video of himself at the border, where quote unquote people are screaming at him. I mean, what a joke. What I mean, that's one of the reasons, I got to be honest with you. I really stopped watching these cable news channels, or these this to me has become like the National Enquirer.
I've stopped all of it. Stopped all of it. You know why?
Totally.
God, even CNN,
I am sure Conrad has not stopped watching Fox.
I watch them all.
I mean, with Cuomo, with Governor Cuomo and his brother, being on CNN, like they don't report it. It's like I can't. I just, what? I think I've been energized these past year in just focusing on things I can control, like the work I do for my clients and my practice and my profession. And this other stuff is it can make your brain explode.
Yeah, but Adam,
well, hold on. Well, I mean, I know about Governor Cuomo, but did something happen with his brother in CNN?
No, well, his brother, can never, there's like a rule that CNN said that, they can't cover any of that, his brother's stuff on his show, either way, which is kind of like,
but the bigger problem.
What had to do with apparently the Governor Cuomo, when his brother Chris got COVID, they got special treatment, that they were able to get quick vaccines. They jumped a lot.
And now this whole thing with Governor Cuomo and both the nursing home cases and also the allegations.
Right, but Adam, personal injury is not necessarily affected by politics. All right. So it's easy for you to not have to pay attention to this stuff. Immigration, it's all about politics. So part of Nelson and my job as attorneys, especially these days, it's always been the case, but particularly these last 4 years, I mean, we have to pay attention
Yeah.
to it because
Yeah.
it's all politics. It's all politics.
Well, I think one of the issues with the Cuomo brothers was, you know, when everyone was touting Governor Cuomo for doing a great job, you know, he was interviewed by his brother, right? So he was given
Regularly every night.
That's right. He was given this platform, and now that things have hit the fan, all of a sudden they can no longer interview him, and that's obviously got some people upset and bothered, and I kind of see it, you know. But let's talk about personal injury, case handler.
All right, let's do it. You know, I'm always down to talk about the cases we work on here. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, as I said earlier on the show, those of you listening on 93.5 FM, you know, we thank you. Nelson, Conrad, myself, and Squeeze, we thank you so much for tuning in every morning, loyally paying attention. But we also have a wonderful social media presence, a wonderful platform that we're able to actually communicate, you know, through visuals, communicate through true life success stories. So like I said, if you can go one step further and check out the Case Handler on Facebook, check out the Case Handler on Instagram, be connected to my practice, be connected to PPID, you'll see certainly what we do. You know, it's very easy for attorneys to come on this radio station and say, you know, they're great and they do this and they do that, and you know, you should only use them. You know, we throw it back to you. We let you know we're here. We let you know what we do, how we do it. But then ultimately, we want you guys to make the decision as to who do you think the right attorney to represent you and your family is, whether it's personal injury, real estate, matrimonial, criminal defense. And the best way we can help educate you to make such an important decision, because you really, in most situations, only have one shot to get it right. We like to post these true life success stories because you shouldn't be taking my word for it, or Nelson's word, or Conrad's word, or Squeeze's word, or the other DJs on this radio station later on in the day, their word for it, right? Most of them are either getting paid to endorse an attorney or you know, promoting their own practice. Take the words of those who came before you, that never expected in a million years that they'd wake up, be stopped at a red light, and have a tractor trailer rear end them. That never expected that they'd be up on that ladder 15 feet working on the pipes, and the ladder collapses and they fell and fractured their skull. That never expected that they would be walking in the crosswalk with the walk sign in the middle of the daytime, and another vehicle makes a quick left turn and hits them. Take the word of those people that have unfortunately came into a terrible situation, because bad things happen to good people. You got to play the percentages. You can't prepare for an accident, but you can prepare for a response. What is your response going to be? And I certainly hope that you'll look to see what we've done in the past. I mean, listen, no attorney, I don't care who you are, can ever guarantee a successful outcome. But we're professionals. I've worked on thousands of cases. At this point, I know what's going to be successful. I know what's not. If it's not going to be successful, I'm certainly not taking your case. But if we have a shot of success, we're going to make sure that we get you the most money possible for your injury. And if we can just share one true life success story, but before we kick it back to immigration, that would be great.
Absolutely. And once again, folks, as Adam just spoke, I think it's very important for me to give out the number also. I get paid a lot of money to give out the number. All right. The number is 844-774-3529. So if you do get hurt in that accident, whether it's a car, bus, train, tractor trailer, I don't care, a bicycle, a motorbike, you get hurt in an accident, you need Adam Handler. 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPIDLAW. Medical malpractice, slip and fall, nursing home cases. Speaking about nursing home cases, all right, ladies and gentlemen, construction accidents, make that call. The number is 844-774-3529. If you're in the Uber, if you're in the Lyft, if you're in the dollar van, if you're in someone's car, doesn't matter where you are, as long as you get hurt in that accident, call up Adam Handler, 844-774-3529. Even if you're a non-citizen. Notice I said non-citizen and not alien. All right. Anyway, let's get to you, Adam Handler. I see you've got something up on your website.
Yeah.
thecasehandler.com.
This was Tracy Ann. This is actually a case that Matthew was working on, and Matthew actually just celebrated his birthday on Saturday. So of course, happy birthday to you, Matthew, my associate extraordinaire. This is a wonderful settlement and a wonderful picture. Again, those of you listening on the radio, if you're down with PPID, if you're down with the case handler, and you're connected to our Facebook and Instagram, you'll see, right now, the picture. I also am wearing this gray mask. I missed that mask. I cannot find that mask. And that mask was the most comfortable mask. But anyway, memories, I guess. $100,000 squeeze. If you could read that quote for me, that would make my Monday morning.
Absolutely. It says here, they don't care about getting you compensated. They care about your overall well-being. The word thank you is not enough. Tracy Ann from Springfield Gardens, New York. I think this is one of the simplest quote I have actually read and heard that really, truly hits home. And she got a settlement of $100,000 for her injury by way of PPID's own, the case handler, Adam Handler. Tell me more about it.
She was in a lift. Like I said, you never expect it. You never expect to hit that app, wait for your lift, get in your lift, and all of a sudden, get in a terrible rear end accident. But she did. And, we got her the maximum policy limits, $100,000 from Geico to settle her case. You can see the damage to the car. Squeeze, if you can describe that damage to those thousands of listeners right now.
Yeah, I actually, I'm looking at this car here, man. What the hell happened to that bumper?
Yeah, smashed in. The whole grill is smashed in. The bumper is laying on the ground. You see the radiator fluid leaking. Serious stuff. And when you have a serious accident and you have serious injuries, you need a serious lawyer that's going to get you serious money. And I can't be any more serious than that. So a lot of serious is right there. But ladies and gentlemen, Tracy Ann, like the thousands of other people before her that have used PPID and the case handler, had one chance to get it right. No redos whatsoever. You want to go with somebody that's on the top of the hour or posting on a billboard, or you hear from your Uncle Freddie that they're a good lawyer and you should go with them, because they roll up to you at the scene of the accident. I wish you and your family the best of luck. Seriously, peace and love to you. But you will be very, very unhappy when eventually they sell your case out.
And what do you mean sell their case out?
Well,
what do you mean by that?
Well, you know what? Because a lot of lawyers out there, not every lawyer, but a lot of lawyers out there, especially these days when the courts are still really not fully functioning, will get a settlement offer from the insurance company and say, well, listen, I can accept $5,000 or $10,000 now, or I can work on this case for the next 2 years and try to get them double, triple, 10 times that. A lot of lawyers don't want to be bothered with that. They want to turn the cases over because the lawyer does not earn the fee until the end of the case. Lawyers that do personal injury work on a contingency fee, meaning we get paid if and only if we're successful for you at the end of the case, almost like a broker for a home. You don't pay the broker's fee until there's a sale of the home. So lawyers, for better or worse, I guess, they have a case, they settle it, they get their fee, and they move on to the next client. Meanwhile, the client is stuck with that settlement, and the case can never, ever, ever be reopened, Squeeze.
And just to jump in, that's only for personal injury. That is not for immigration.
Correct.
Immigration does not do contingency.
There you go, folks. Well said, well put. Thank you so much for that, Nelson. All right. And Adam Handler, thank you so much for that true success story. $100,000 settlement for that lovely lady there, right here on the show called Cruisin with a Case Handler. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, listen, it's a Monday. People talk about the blues. I talk about the future. I talk about the present. And I want for you to understand, we all need excellent attorneys. And I can vouch for the attorneys at PPID. Hands down. Ladies and gentlemen, they have become my friends. And I really say that you should actually store their number. You may not need it now, but store their number. At least you can say that Big Mouth guy that's on 93.5 FM, did do something, do at least one thing right. He gave you guys a solid firm, and that's PPID. So ladies and gentlemen, give them a call. The number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Make that call. Nelson mentioned immigration. What if I ask him a question here? It says, I'm a successful businessman with a significant network. I am married with 3 children and would like to move my family to the United States. Is there a way that I can get to live in the United States? I want to ensure that my children grow up in safe society with the opportunity to learn other languages and attend university. What are my options?
I'll take that one.
Yeah.
His options are he should give us a phone call. I mean, we don't have, unfortunately, we don't have an hour or two to spend on the air here giving him all his options. We don't know any facts. We don't know what his situation is other than he seems to be a prominent businessman and he wants to bring his family to the United States. There are myriad ways to do so, all kinds of work visas, all kinds of possibilities to get your green card. Do you have an employment offer here in the United States? Are you coming to create your own business?
Hey, Conrad, let me jump in. By the way, this is my friend. I think I mentioned it the other day.
Yep.
He has a very successful business in Jamaica. He makes millions of dollars. Very successful. All right. His son is actually going to school in Florida on the F1 visa. All right. Which he's got a degree right now, and he's just only on the F1 visa. I want to know if he should continue doing his MBA, continue on and do his MBA so that it stays in status. Or the father now, he says he's got the money. He wants to extend his business to Florida. And he wants to know what can be done. Actually, he wanted to do a consultation one-on-one with one of you guys. But he's ready to actually extend his business. And I mentioned the investor visa that I wanted to actually find out if you could actually help him where that is concerned.
All right, well, first off, his son, I mean, has nothing to do with this equation.
Right.
If his son wants to stay, go to school, continue school, whatever, he can do that. Even if his son gets married and gets his green card, there's nothing he can do for his parents.
Okay.
Right? So his son has nothing to do with this. If this gentleman wants to create a business here in the United States, as I said, that is a possibility. He can apply for an E2 visa. Jamaica has a treaty, an E2 treaty with the United States, which allows Jamaican nationals, assuming he's from Jamaica, I'm assuming.
Yes, he is. He's a Jamaican national. He runs the jewelry business down there.
Jamaican can invest in a business here, open a business here, get an E2 visa. That E2 visa will last as long as that business is in operation. With that E2 visa, he can bring his entire family. Anyone who's under, any of his kids that are under 21 will get E2s as well. So that's certainly an option. Depends on what he wants to do here, what kind of business he wants to open, what kind of money is he investing, how many people is he going to employ here. He needs a business plan. There's a lot to it. It's not something that we can just, go
Right, so when we get off the show, I want to do a conference call with you and him just to do the introduction. You guys take it from there, but he's extremely serious. All right. So here's another one. My fiance resides in the United States and would like to file for me and my child, not his. Would it be better or easier for him to come to Jamaica and marry me than file for me? Or should he file for a 90-day fiance visa? If he files for the 90-day fiance visa and I'm granted, can I take my child on that visa?
Well, first off, I am not a fan of fiance visas because the time it takes to get a fiance visa, you can pretty much get a green card. So answering her, one of the questions that she was asking, they go to Jamaica, assuming they're in Jamaica again.
Yes.
They get married in Jamaica, come back, apply for the green card. It takes about a year. To get a fiance visa, it takes 9-10 months as well. So, and if you do that, you get the fiance visa, you come here, then you have to get married, and then you have to apply for your green card. So it's a 2-step process. If he goes there, they get married, just apply for the green card. One step, one shot, basically a year, done deal. That's what I would do.
Simple as that. Thank you so much for everyone for watching. Thank you so much, Nelson. Thank you so much, Conrad. Thank you so much, Adam Handler. You guys are the greatest, in my opinion, as a full-service law firm, personal injury, immigration, and more. 844-PPID-LAW. That's 844-774-3529. Everyone, have yourself an amazing Monday. I am David Squeeze Annakie. I'm out for now. Join us tomorrow at 9:30.
It's 10 o'clock.
In there. Facebook viewers, thank you all so much also, okay, for tuning in.
Our VIP crew always, if you're watching this right now or listening to this right now, you are certainly down with PPID and the case handler, and we love you for it. So thank you so much, guys. God bless you.
Thank you so much. All right. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that said, have yourself an amazing day, like I noted. Take care.